March is here, and you know what that means. It's March Madness, but here we do it differently. Welcome to Literary Mayhem. It's the battle of the books. Hi, I'm Mary Wilson, homeschooling mom of 4 and online book club teacher. And in March, I like to host what I have titled Literary Mayhem. It is March Madness Battle of the Books, and I would love for you and your family to participate. All right, here's how it works. On my website, where there's a link below, you will find a packet for this year's Literary Mayhem, and you can download it and get started. Now, last year, we had a lot of fun with our heroes versus villains Literary Mayhem. But this year, I've chosen a new topic. This year, we're going to see who can win the classic book titles or the modern book titles. All right, so this is the cover of your packet. When you download it, you'll find all sorts of things in there. But one of the first things you and your kids are probably going to want to look at is the bracket. Now, I don't want to give a whole lot away in the video. I'll let you see the ones up at the top, but you'll find the book titles, and the classics are in this kind of mauve colored font, and the modern book titles are in this kind of teal green. Now, for the sake of argument, I have defined classic as a book published in the 1900s and modern as a book published in the 2000s. And what I have tried to do is to put together books facing off against each other that have something in common, at least in my eyes, whether it's a similar character, the genre, the setting, the theme, something that makes these two books seem like they would be in a battle of the books. So for example, we have the classic Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And Harry Potter is up against Amari and the Night Brothers, a very similar themed book, fantasy, but in Amari, it's a young girl who discovers that there's a whole magic world that her brother was a part of, and she is invited to a school to be a part of it as well. So again, similar, but different. One other example for you is two books that are about family and the ties that bind. And that is the classic Little Women is up against the modern Vanderbeekers of 141st Street. It's going to be hard. I get it. Some of these books are beloved favorites, both classic and modern. So it should be fun. So this is your reminder not to take it too seriously, but to have a lot of fun with it. Okay, so how does it work? After you download your packet, you can print off as many copies as you want so that everyone in your family can fill out their own bracket. All right, and they can pick which book they think, just like you would do in March Madness, which title they think is going to go all the way to the end. All right, we are going to begin round 1 of voting on March 18th, Monday, March 18th. All of that is contained in your packet as well. All of the big dates you're going to want to remember for voting are in here, as well as the places to vote. There will be 2 places. So on the same website where you can download the packet, I will update as needed links to Google Forms where you can vote. And you can always follow me on Instagram, linked below at Mary Wilson Blog, and I will have voting in my stories for each round as well. And I will add all of that together, and then we will have our final conclusion. So can you vote in Instagram and on Google Form? Yes. Now, the tricky part is if you have many kids who are all filling this out and they all want to vote themselves, they're going to need a Gmail if they're old enough to have one, and they can use their Google account to vote on Google Forms. Or you're going to have to kind of use, maybe one can vote on your social media, Instagram, one can vote on Google Forms. If there's another parent in the home, they can maybe use theirs. So you're going to have to kind of work out ways to get everyone on Google Forms or on Instagram. Okay. And then we will go through each of the rounds a little more quickly this year. So the final round of voting, the winner will be declared on Saturday, March 30th. So we will have gotten through all of our rounds of voting by that time. And then there is suggested ways to keep score. Now you can just have fun as a family and just give everybody 1 point, for everything that they guessed correctly. Or I do have kind of a more traditional March Madness kind of scoring where you get 1 point for everyone you got right in the first round, and then you get 2 points for the second round, 4 points. Then you get, I'm sorry, in this one you get 8 points. And then in the final round, if you actually picked the overall winner, you get 12 points. Now, little tricky because we're voting. I get a lot of people wondering, okay, let's say they picked Amari and the Knight brothers, but it's Harry Potter that wins. Okay, now what do they do when it's time to vote in the next round and their person isn't there to vote for anymore? Okay, at that point, you can't get any more points in that bracket as it goes along, but you still should vote. So even though it's going to be Harry Potter against the winner of the other match, you can still vote for which your favorite is of those two. And of course, if the other one's in, well, then that's the one you can pick. But if neither of your titles are in, just pick the favorite you would pick between those two books, even though you won't earn any points on the winner. I hope that makes sense. All right. It's going to be a ton of fun. I definitely hope you will download your bracket and join me. If you have any questions, you can leave them below, or you can message me on Instagram or on my email. I will be sending out email reminders to people who are on my email list. So if you want to be a part of that, actually, if you download this, you will be a part of it. And you can stick around after our March Mayhem, or if maybe the content I'm providing is not for you, you can unsubscribe at that point. All right. Thank you so much for being here. It is going to be a fun month of Literary Mayhem, the Battle of the Books. I hope you'll join us.